Good morning. So Jessica couldn't be here, so I'm just taking over for this morning. Okay, I'm so glad you're here. So it's chilly today, and our theme will be flows. So we're going to do just small flows, very accessible, but just to keep ourselves moving. We've all been cooped up for way too long. So I'm just going to go to my mat, and I'll start from there. Okay. So good morning. This is Sun and Moon Yoga Studio class, and the theme today is flows. So we'll start seated with some seated flow. So right now, just take a moment to settle into your seated position. Finding balance between keeping an upright posture, but also not feeling rigid or tight. So your posture is both steady and comfortable. Notice the weight moving down through the sit bones and lengthening up through the crown of the head. And then starting with the palms on the knees, we're going to exhale to round the spine. And then we'll inhale and bring the chest forward, broadening the shoulders. We'll just continue with this movement. Not really exaggerating. Let the pelvis roll back, let the shoulders round. Let your whole spine move. Especially emphasize your upper back. Moving the shoulders and the upper spine. Now let's add a sideways movement so that we can circle. We'll circle the hips and circle the belly and move the upper body. Just feel like you're trying to take up more space with your body here. And then change direction and circle again. Just starting, paying attention first to the foundation, to the hips circling, and then to the belly, and then going into the upper body. And eventually settling, just finding center, letting the energy settle. Grounding the hips, bring the arms up. As you exhale, start turning from your belly, turn the torso and the chest and bring the arms down. Coming into a twist. Inhale, come back from the belly, bring the arms up. And exhale, twist to the other side. Now take this at your own pace with your breath, reaching up with an inhale, turning with an exhale. So you're leading from the core. You're not pulling yourself around with your arms, but you're just finding that rotation through the torso. Let's do each side one more time. And coming back to center. Reaching up, lengthening both sides. And exhale, arms down. Great, let's uncross the legs and we're going to come into table pose. So you can pat your knees if you like, and we'll be on all fours. Bring the feet together, knees a little bit apart. And move your hips back towards your heels while reaching the arms forward. Feel the length again through both sides. Spread your fingers. And as you inhale, come to all fours. Bring the chest forward and the shoulders back, going just into slight extension. And then go back and forth. So as you exhale, move the hips back. As you inhale, bring the chest forward, shoulders back. Flow with your breath here. And again, just focus on movement in the upper spine, moving the upper back. Exhaling, reaching the hips back, inhaling, extending. And one more time. And just go back into child's pose, just resting there, bring the head down. And watching your breath here and noticing how your back body is breathing. And then as you inhale, reach your arms forward. Now we're going to flow to a kneeling position, kneeling up, and we're going to do that in one smooth movement. So you'll need to find your core support to do that. So as you inhale, start rolling up and bring the arms up. And as you exhale, again, with control, land in table pose with a rounded back. So this is your cat. And then inhale, bring the chest forward, extending. Cow, and exhale back towards child's pose. So we're just going to flow like this. Inhaling, rolling up, bringing the arms up. Exhaling, landing into table pose, rounded spine. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, hips moving back. So take this at your own pace. Follow your breath. Moving slowly. Let's do one more. And then again, take your child's pose, rest the forehead. Notice your breathing. And inhaling, roll up. So we'll be in table pose again. Just walk your knees a little bit wider, giving yourself a wider base. So this will be a twist that we're going to do as a flow. So we'll start with the right side, right arm comes up on the inhale, chest turns. Now on the exhale, we're going to reverse, sliding the right shoulder under, just bringing that arm through, turning the head like you're trying to stack the shoulders. And then on the inhale, reverse again, and exhale, land back into table. Okay, so we're just going to do that, alternating sides. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, you're sliding under, bring the shoulder through. Inhale, turn the chest. Exhale, land in table. Inhaling, reach. Exhale, slide. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Let your hips stay steady so that so there's a little bit of a shifting of the weight, but most of the twist is happening from the belly and into the upper back. So let's do one more time on each side. And then landing back into table pose. Exhale back into child's. And then inhaling, make your way back into table. So our next flow will be more strength focused. Take a moment to notice how your forelimbs are supporting you. Feel the weight through the arms and through the legs. And also feel the slight lift in the belly so that we're not hanging in the lower back, but just a slight scooping in the lower belly. Maintaining that, take your right leg straight back, just lifting your toe off the floor about an inch. Notice how the weight shifts here. And then bring your right leg back in. Take your left leg back in the same way. Notice how the weight feels here. Bring it in. Now we're going to add the arm. So your right leg goes back and your left arm comes forward as you extend. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the knee, the forehead, and the elbow towards each other. Inhale, extend again. Do it 3 times on one side. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Inhale out, and then back into table. Recenter. Other side. Arm and leg extending evenly. Exhale, draw in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Following your breath. Back into table. Let's do one more time. Each side. So notice how we always adjust to maintain balance. So we don't need to try to be rigid. Just need to constantly readjust, constantly reestablish that stability. Second side. Coming back and take child's pose. And inhaling, roll up. So our last all fours based flow will be with the lunges. So take your right foot forward and also feel free to use blocks if you like under your hands. And start sliding the hips. So as you come forward, focus on your left hip, the one that's in the back. As you go back, focus on your right hip, let your toes lift. Just feel like you're dragging your heel back and up. Just keep moving. Now think of your 2 hips sliding along the center line. So there's not a lot of left to right movement, but it's really forward and back movement as you're sliding your hips. Forward and back. And then center the knee over the heel, tuck the toes, and take your high lunge, straightening the back leg, keeping the spine long. And lower, step back, left foot forward. Bring your foot between your hands. So again, imagine that center line that your hips are sliding along. Hip draws back, other hip comes forward. Sliding the hips. And center the knee over the heel, tuck the toes, straightening the back leg. sense of stability. And lower. Take your leg back. Let's take the right foot forward one more time. Moving the hips back and forth, rolling into the heel. And then center and straighten your back leg. Find stability. Bring your left hand a little closer to your ankle and then turn, opening the arm. Exhale, face down. One more time. Inhale, opening the right arm. Exhale down. And one more time here. Now lower the back knee. Change legs, left foot forward. Start by sliding the hips along that center line. And then center the knee over the heel, straightening your back leg, coming into high lunge. Bring your right foot closer in, and then start turning to your left. Inhale, open towards a twist. Exhale down. Inhale, twist. Exhale down. Turn and center. Lower the back knee, step back. Child's pose. Rest. Now reach your arms forward, spread your fingers, placing your hands for downward facing dog pose. Coming to all fours, tuck your toes under. So a couple of options here. You can do puppy dog pose, keeping the knees down, or you can come all the way up into downward dog. So whichever version you prefer. You are lengthening, pressing the palms into the floor, lifting the hips away from the shoulders, finding length through both sides. Just beginning to stretch the heels back, pressing the thighs back. Knees can stay a little bent. Just breathing here as you lengthen. And then look forward towards your hands, bending your knee a little extra, and walk your feet forward, coming up to standing. So just make your way up to standing. Move your props out of the way. And we'll take our standing position. So right here, find your mountain pose. Feet comfortable distance apart. Grounding down through the soles of the feet. Feel the center of the heel, the big toe side of the foot, and the little toe side. With your inhalation, float your arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, bring your arms up, and this time let your heels float up. You're coming up onto your toes. And exhale, lower down. Continue. Lifting the heels, lowering down. Lifting the heels, lowering down. Now, with your next inhalation, bend your knees, reach your arms forward, chair pose. Exhale, standing. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. So So just follow your own breath here, lifting up, coming down, and reaching back. And after your next chair pose, just pause. Now turn to face short side of your mat so you have room to step back behind you. Inhale, bring the arms up, lifting the heels. So we're going to add something else to this flow. And then bend, bring the arms down. Inhale, bend the knees, hips go back. Exhale, straight. Now take your hands to your hips, shift the weight to the right. Inhale, take your left leg back, arms come up. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to your hips, step forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, down. Now your other leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift. Heels lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, hips move back. Exhale, standing. Now, again, your left leg goes back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, chair pose. And right leg back. Right leg forward. And lifting onto your toes. And then exhaling back into mountain pose. Pause, feel your body. Now let's face the long side of the mat. Step your legs wide apart. Turn your toes out. Bend the knees. Coming into goddess warrior, arms out, elbows bent. Spine tall, just finding a sense of stability here. And inhale, straighten your legs, turn your legs to the right. Right foot turning out, left foot turning in. Exhale, bend the right knee, turn your head, look to the right. Inhale, reverse your arms. Exhale, reverse, opposite way, coming into bent knee triangle. Now staying low, inhale, straighten your right leg, coming into straight leg triangle. And then we'll reverse that. Exhale, bend, leg steady, inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Come up, turn the feet to the other side. Same flow. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, reach over. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, arms out. Let's go to the right one more time. Right foot turns out. Bend. Reverse. Tip down. Straighten. And bend. Exhale, warrior. Back to center, left side. Reaching down, straightening the leg, and bending, floating up, and arms out. Straighten your leg, turn the feet forward, step the legs in, feet hip width. Take it forward then, soften your knees, bending them as much as you need. You can use your arms for support if your lower back needs that, or you can let your torso hang, letting your arms hang, letting your head hang. Just finding your forward bend. And then bend your knees more, press through the feet, coming up to standing. Now let's come down to the floor. Get your props if you need to, something under your head or under your knees. And just lie on your back right now and draw the knees into your chest, just a little rocking. Relax your neck. Stretch your legs out. So just lie on your back. I'm going to sit, but you just lie back. Letting your body settle. Just notice if there's anything you need to feel comfortable. Making any adjustments to feel settled in your position. Closing your eyes. As you exhale, release into the floor and letting go. Relaxing the feet and the legs. Relaxing the hips, belly, lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax the chest and the heart, arms and shoulders. Relax the neck, jaw, face, eyes, forehead. Relax the thoughts and your mind. Let your awareness draw deeper within. Begin to deepen your breath. With each breath, feel energy entering back into the body. Move your fingers and toes, starting to wake up your body. And taking your time, bend your knees, roll to your side. And use your arms to make your way up to sitting. Just sit up for a moment with your eyes closed. Observing the quietness that you've created through your practice. And then opening your eyes. Thank you. Namaste.